Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to pick up the Mercury Grand Marquis that we purchased. So it's actually a nice little drive to go pick it up. I got my buddy with his truck and trailer. So we're going to put it on the trailer and tow it back. Now I could drive the car back, but when you're driving, over 2 hours to pick up a vehicle, the last thing you want to do is get there and have any issues with the vehicle. So now you're stuck and you should have brought the trailer. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring the trailer with me this time, and then we just go ahead and pick it up and shouldn't have any problems with that. I looked on the map and it looked like it's more of a back road to get there. You get off the highway and then like you maybe have like another 50 miles of back road. So yeah, that's going to be the scenery for most of the way. Now, other than the Crown Victoria that we're driving, I typically try to stay away from the Crown Victorias and the Mercuries. Just because, we done had a few of them on the channel, and they're actually getting a little bit more challenging to find in good condition because the older they get, the less people done took care of them. But however, check out this Camaro right here. It's got an all black Batman style. Let me know what you guys think of that. But however, this Mercury, I was able to get it. I would say at a pretty decent deal. For the most part, it's in decent shape. 160,000 miles, not too many miles. If you do the math with it, it's a 01 with the years. That's what, about 5,000 miles a year. So not too bad. So I seen this one. I'm like, well, looks like it's in pretty good shape. And for the price, I'll go ahead and grab it. So I went ahead and bought it. And now we're headed to pick it up. But a lot of these cars that are left on the road, the Crown Victorias and the Mercuries, people just have not kept them up. It's rare to actually see one in good shape. I see very few that are in good shape. Some of them are people that then put the big wheels on them and they just ruin the car, man. They just ruin them. I seen one where they still had the rims on the back and then they had the regular size factory wheels on the front. So you can imagine how that looked. And what happens is when you buy those cars and hey, it's nothing wrong with riding rims on your car. There's nothing wrong with that. But what they don't understand is if you're going to ride rims, it's going to cost you money. I've done a video on it before. It got some good comments back, and he had some people who was like, oh, no, that's not true and all that stuff. But rims cost money. You can't just put rims on your car and think, okay, I'm good, I'm done. You're going to have to keep spending money. And so what happens is the Crown Victorias, they're already not super expensive. They're really not that expensive, to be honest. But unless you get a clean one, people already don't spend a lot of money to buy the full Crown Victoria. But then they put these wheels on there, right? And then when it comes time to keep the car up, they don't keep it up because they like, well, why would I spend all that money to keep the car going? And then so now they just ride around the cars looking so raggedy, right? And then you got the people who just driving a factory, but they haven't took care of the cars, so it just gives the cars a bad rep because you see so many of them just are beat to sleep. Bumpers hanging off. Man, they just rough the cars up. But when they get those cars from the auction, police auction, wherever they buy them from, they don't probably haven't paid that much for them, and some of them they probably already bought in that condition and they just driving it around. So just to find one in clean, good shape is nice to have and preserve. So I was actually looking online the other day and I was just like, let me look at the market, just a little regular market and see, what the market looks like. But let's get back to that in just a second. Right here, you see we are pulled over, man. Yeah, you see this guy was driving with a Silverado or something. Anyway, this officer actually passed me. I was going one way, he's coming the other way. And so with my GPS, let me tell you guys how I got here. With my GPS, it brought me one way to get the car. And then on the way back, it took me a totally different direction. Like it was going to like back road me almost back to where I started. But remember, I did take the interstate. So anyway, I'm doing I'm on the back roads, a lot of back roads. It's like no cars in sight at all. As you see, the video is still going. We haven't seen that one car or truck or SUV passed by. But anyway, so I passed this officer. I was like, okay, cool, that's the sheriff. Anyway, about a couple miles down the road, I see him coming up behind me with the lights on. Right now, this is my rear view camera. Remember, I'm running the Mangoal dash cam. I have a front and rear camera, so that's neat to have. But anyway, check out the link in the description below about the camera if you're looking for a dash cam. But this officer, so he comes flying up behind me. I'm like, is he just gonna pass by me? But then he stayed behind me because I'm slowing down. He still just stayed behind me. So I pull over. Finally, an 18 wheeler just passed by. But anyway, so he pulls me over. He's like, yeah, the speed limit is such and such. I'm like, okay. I know, like, come on, dude. I know I'm doing the speed limit, man. And there's no other cars on the road. And anyway, yeah, so he just, you see he had a paper in his hand, so we're just gonna leave it at that when he came back. But yeah, that's part about taking the back roads in some of these smaller towns and things like that. You know, all respect for officers. They don't have an easy job, but then you got some they like to look for stuff. So, hey, I don't give them no hard time because I don't expect a hard time. So, hey, if he say whatever on the miles, it is what it is. Not about to argue with him on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere with no cars passing by. Let me know if you guys see a car pass by. Like, it's no cars out here. So, so I'm assuming he's looking like, why is this car coming through here? So, but at the end, everything went smooth. Was able to pick the vehicle up, got it on the trailer, got it hooked up. Like I said, it's just the GPS took me through the back road. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, leave a comment, and I will catch you guys on the next video.